Hi, this is Lawrence Sanek at Home Seller Homebuyer Podcast. Thank you for joining us today so you can learn about Homebuyer episode number 23, 5 things that may not be included in your home purchase. Well now, 5 things that may not be included in your home purchase? Well, let's give you a quick example. The buyer of a historic Victorian home fell in love with a gigantic antique mirror in the foyer. The mirror looked as if it were made for the space. It fit perfectly on the wall. The frame matched the surrounding woodwork. In fact, the mirror was so large, the buyer said she couldn't imagine it going anywhere. And yet, when she bought the house and went inside, the mirror was gone. All that was left were some holes in the wall and the wallpaper behind it ripped and discolored where it was previously mounted. The buyer promptly called the agent, who told her the mirror was personal property and did not transfer or convey with the house. This type of scenario plays out in some form or another all the time in real estate transactions. There are gray areas when it comes to personal property. Some contracts spell out exactly what's to be left behind for the new owner, while others can be very vague. Don't assume anything you see on the property comes with the house. If you intend to buy a home and there's something in particular you want, speak up early. Put your request in writing in the offer to purchase so that nobody is disappointed when the deal closes. Here are 5 things that are often overlooked or not covered in a real estate transaction that can lead to a dispute. Number 1, appliances. Kitchen appliances. You can't always assume the appliances will be included in the home sale. There are norms and customs in every market, which is why it's important to work with a local real estate agent who knows the ins and outs. And surprisingly, it's not the norm everywhere to include all major household appliances, such as refrigerator, dishwasher, range. Even worse, appliances included might not be what you bargained for. For example, a buyer was purchasing a home with the top-of-the-line kitchen appliances in the property's marketing brochure. The real estate agent had highlighted the high-end stainless appliances. Even though the contract stated that appliances included in the sale, however, the buyers were shocked when they discovered upon taking ownership that the seller had replaced the high-end stainless appliances with low-end models. This led to arbitration, and the seller had to return the appliances. Lesson learned? Find out when you're making an offer what appliances are included, and if there's any doubt, be sure it's put in writing, and be specific and include the name, model, and serial number of each appliance so there's no doubt in anyone's mind as to which are included in the purchase. The second one is window coverings. Window coverings are another issue that often result in some nasty email exchanges after a sale. In nearly every market, the custom is that there are window coverings present. They stay with the owner. Sometimes there are shades and there are drapes. The shades may be fully fitted for the window and attached, but the drapes may be decorative. Sometimes the seller who had the drapes custom made to match the furniture will want to exclude the drapes from the sale. If you don't see it written anywhere or haven't heard about it, get the inclusion of window coverings in writing. Just like with the appliances, specify that you want the existing window covers and take a picture of that existing window cover and make it part of the offer. Number 3, personal property. As with drapes or the gigantic mirror noted above, the seller may have a specialty light fixture or a piece of art that appears to be designed to fit in that space. Or they may be furniture that fits so perfectly into the room, nobody could imagine anything else going there. Here again, these items are personal property, and the seller may have no intentions of letting them go, no matter how obvious it seems to the buyer that they should stay. Always assume that any personal property, much like beds and furniture, will not transfer or convey to the new owner. Number 4, flat screen TVs and mounting material. Often a seller may have had a high definition flat screen TV professionally mounted above the fireplace or on the wall like a piece of art, with the wires running through the wall. As a result, TVs, long considered personal property, are showing up more and more in real estate negotiations. But given the history of TVs as personal property, buyers should not assume that a flat screen TV, its wire or mounting brackets would stay behind after the sale. Again, make sure it's in your offer that they transfer or convey with the sale. 5, kitchen or bath hardware. Hardware in the form of doorknobs, kitchen cabinet pulls, bed and bath fixtures, and so on usually transfer to the new owner. This is just common sense. These items are permanently attached to and therefore should stay with the property. In fact, it used to be understood that anything attached to the property stays with the property. During the height of the foreclosure drama, however, it wasn't uncommon for a seller to remove all fixtures and finishes from the home before it was foreclosed on. This was their last chance to salvage some part of the house or even make a quick buck selling these items on the side. If you're considering buying a home in foreclosure, just be aware that it is sold as is, meaning how you see the home. Items to be sold separately. Sometimes sellers will decide that they want to keep something or that they aren't interested in parting with it for free. What is common is for the buyer to separately make an offer to purchase some of the seller's stuff. Advice to sellers: if you plan to take something with you, document it in all of the marketing materials, both print and online, so that there's no doubt in the buyer's mind what stays and what goes. When a buyer makes an offer, they can factor any exclusion of property into their price. Advice to buyers: be as detailed as possible from the beginning. If there's something in particular you like and want to be sure it stays, ask the listing agent during the open house or when you're viewing the property. If they tell you yes, get it in writing and include it in the offer to purchase. If an item states does not convey or not transfer, then that item is not included in the sale of the home. Thank you for listening to Homebuyer Episode 23, the 5 things that may not be included in your home purchase. We are grateful for the time you have taken to listen to our podcast, and we look forward to your input on what you would like to hear about in future podcasts. You can find the show notes at homesellerhomebuyer.com, or you can leave your comments, questions, and suggestions there by using the Contact Us button in the upper right-hand corner of the website, or email us at info@homesellerhomebuyer.com. Tell your family, friends, and coworkers about Home Seller Home Buyer. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to the Home Seller Home Buyer podcast, and catch us on the next episode. Thank you for listening so you can stay informed.